Good morning and welcome to day 25 of 30 days, 30 bands, all live albums. I'm Davey Stallo, and today we're sticking with early 70s, late 60s. Seems a recurring theme around here lately. Of course, like I said, I've been saying a lot of great bands started in that time period. It's from 68 to 70, 71, 72. A lot of great bands. So, and this is another great, fantastic band that's still going strong today, and that is, of course, Styx, started by Chuck and John Panazzo and Dennis DeYoung. Later, they would add John Krulutsky and James Young. Sadly, there's only one original member left, and that's, of course, James Young. Of course, Chuck, he's still there. He's still going, but he doesn't play as much because of his health problems. I'm not going to go into that. That's his business, not ours. So, anyway, going to discuss their Soul Live album. Well, actually, there's two live albums that I've got, and I've got to bring it down from upstairs, but I'll still discuss it. But the first one we're going to discuss was released in 1984. Recorded off their Kilroy Was Here tour. Of course, that's Caught in the Act. Back cover, you guys. Now, I seen him. I saw him. I seen him. I saw him on this tour, and it got a mixed reception. Let's put it that way. By the time we seen it, uh, I think it was like a couple months into from when they started. Um, but from what I've heard, I think they started down in Texas or the southern states, and a lot of people didn't like the whole video thing and Dennis and Tommy being on stage and doing Mr. Roboto to recorded music and stuff like that. I didn't mind it. It is what it is. It was, I thought it was great. Um, this one, let's see, this album starts out with Music Time. I'll do a little song. And then it goes into Mr. Roboto. Uh, Domo Regato, Mr. Ribato, Domo, Domo. A lot of people don't like it. I love that song. Too much time on my hands, of course. Too much time on my hands. Um, that song I don't need to hear. I don't need to hear again. I've heard it too many times on the radio. Every time I listen to Paradise Theater, I skip over that song. I rarely listen to it. Probably because uh, this other job I worked, there was a guy there that just loved the hell out of that song, and he played it constantly. He would play it, he'd play it again and again and again. So I just got sick of it. Then side one ends with Babe. Yeah, everybody's favorite ballad. One song, not mine. If I was If I was given a choice to listen to Too Much Time on My Hands and Babe, I think I'd take Too Much Time on My Hands. Because, you know, I know Babe's about Dennis's uh, wife, and or, I don't need to hear it again. Side two starts out with Snowblind. Great song. Um, then Dennis does a little thing called State Street Saddie, which leads into The Best of Times. Side two ends with Sweet Madam Blue, which is a great song from Equinox. Side three, Rockin' the Paradise, Blue Collar Man, two great songs back to back. I love Rockin' the Paradise. Blue Collar Man, the same. Don't Let It End, great song too. Boat on the River. Boat on the River is okay. I'm not a big fan, but it's not a bad song. Side four, Fooling Yourself, The Angry Young Man. Another one I'm not a big fan of, but still, it's a good song. Crystal Ball, big fan. Come Sail Away. As of late, last few years, I've kind of grown tired of that song. I know that probably people are going to say, "What, Davies? How can you hate that song? That's fantastic." Yes, it is, but it's starting to rub me wrong. So I've kind of stopped listening to it too much. You know, I don't. Let's put it this way: I don't want to get to the point where I don't want to listen to it. I do. I've always loved that song, but lately it's just starting to go downhill with me. So, but anyway, great live album. Here again. Um, they do all just the hits. Um, don't let see. Well, Boat on the River could be considered a deep cut because they didn't do that too much in their live sets. Um, but everything else on here, pretty much a mainstay. Like I said, I wish bands would do more songs that aren't the mainstay. It would make for a more interesting concert, more interesting live album. So that's how I feel about it. But still, it's a great, fantastic album. I would definitely, say get this. Now the other one that I forgot to bring down, slap me silly, was Styx World 2000, live 2001. This is right after, say, a couple years after they recorded Brave New World, which a lot of people loathe, but I love that album. That's a great album. Though I can see the songs by Dennis and the songs by JY and Tommy, two different sides of a coin. Dennis's songs are more operatic, more something you would see on a stage show. In fact, every time I hear some of those songs, I picture Dennis up there with the top hat and like hypocrisy, hypocrisy, hip hop. But they're still good songs. But I get it why people don't like that album. This one is recorded right after Lawrence Gowan joined. Glenn Burtnick rejoined on bass, to play bass, electric guitar, because Chuck wasn't, his health was getting bad. Also, Todd Sucherman joined to play drums. So basically leaves JY the only original member other than Chuck, who's limited, and Tommy. But in this one, they start out with "Rockin' the Paradise," which is a great concert opener. Then it goes, Tommy has the why he had to do this is beyond me, but he had to stick high enough in there from Damn Yankees. I know that's his song, but Styx is not the damn Yankees. It's Styx. Still, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. I love that song. They do Lorelei, which could be considered a deep cut. They haven't not a song they did very much. James sings the vocals on this, which sounds a bit strange because Dennis sung the vocals originally. Lawrence does a Criminal Mind, a song he penned, was as good. They do Love is the Ritual, which I think was great. They're doing that, though I would love to hear another song from that album. Edge of the Century. Boat on the River, of course. Half Penny, Two Pennies, great song. Sing for the Day. That right there, I consider another deep cut. Snowblind. Sometimes love is just ain't enough. I guess that was a Glenn Burtnick song. He added, seems how Lawrence added one of his songs. Then it goes into Crystal Ball, Miss America, and ends with Come Sail Away. All in all, it's a good CD. Not their best, not, Cadillac Lives, to me, is a little bit better. But this one's, I like the deep cuts and the two deep cuts on here. Tommy could have done another song that isn't high enough, as far as I'm concerned. But still, I don't hate the song. I just didn't like it being stuck in here. So anyway, that's Styx World Live 2001. Definitely check it out. I wish I would have bought it down, but oh well. So anyway, there you have it. Day 25, Styx. If you have never heard this band, you're missing out. I know there are a lot of people who don't like Styx, who grew up back in the day when Styx was powerhouse, that can't stand them. Your loss. I know there's a lot of people out there who say, no Dennis, no Styx. And they're saying, oh, well, that's a good cover band, but it's not Styx. Well, sorry, it is. It is Styx. It is. It always will be. As long as it keeps going, it will be Styx. If you don't like that, you can go off in your little pissed off world and go cry to Daddy Dennis. I recently saw an interview of Dennis, and he said he wasn't bitter, but the more the interview went on, the more I couldn't help but say, no, Dennis, You are bitter. You do not like the fact that they continued on without you. Um, I can kind of see his point. This is your band that you started. But at the same time, I can see their point, not wanting to sit around. You just put an album out, and then you're asking, well, wait a year or two or three or four, however long, and eventually I'll get back to to perform, but please wait for me. I'm sorry, but people don't want to wait. In the music industry, you can't wait around. I mean, it would have been a bad move on their part. A lot of people say they should get back together. Well, then you got Lawrence, and I'm sure Lawrence would take exception to that. He's been in the band uh, over 20 years now, and that would I like Lawrence. He's a great guy. I saw him last September at the we were kind of fair with him and Sticks. I mean, he was all over the stage. He was full of energy. Sticks put on a fantastic show. Fantastic show. The place, I mean, it wasn't Madison Square Garden, but it's a good sized place there. The stadium they have there, and the place was sold out. They could have done probably more shows, and probably had sellout crowds. When my sister said she had tickets to him, I was like, I was kind of wondering, do I really want to go? I was thinking off the negative side of driving down there and going in and blah blah blah. But I'm glad I did. I enjoyed my time with my sister. We had a great time. Great time at the show. Great time at the state fair. It was fun. So, but if you're in this group, this small group of we want Dennis back, wow, wow, wow. Well, I don't think you're gonna get your wish, but anything is possible, though. Anything is possible. I'm not gonna say never. You never say never, because the moment you do, a few days later, you wake up, oh, it's happening. So anything is possible in this world. So Dennis and the others could decide to bury the hatchet and get back, and Dennis could say, hey, Lawrence, this would be the perfect scenario. Dennis forgives JY, and Tommy forgive. Dennis says, I would love to come back with you guys. And here's my stipulation. Lawrence stays in the band. The band, as it is now, doesn't change. That would be fantastic. Have two keyboardists, two vocalists. You'd have four vocalists. So, hey. But that would be the perfect scenario. And everybody goes on and lives their happy lives. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell. And we got, 5 days left. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. The 18th. Of course, this whole thing is about live albums and celebrating the coming of spring here. Even though here in northern Utah, it does not look like spring. It looks like winter again. It snowed. Big flakes. They were smacking me in the face. If that's possible. But they were big flakes. But anyway, it's supposed to get colder, and then, of course, then warm up, and then, That's normal weather for here in northern Utah. Goes up, down, up, down. Like, oh my heck. So anyway, have a good week, good weekend coming up. You know, whatever, and we'll see you on day 26.